Alright, so I'm doing a review for Sym-Bionic Titan. Little late, but whatever, I'm doing it. So, this series, when it first showed for promos, I was a little apprehensive. It looked interesting, so yeah, of course I was going to watch it. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, though. First episode showed up, and I immediately fell in love with it. I was just like, holy crap! Um, One of the things I really liked about the series was the animation. The animation is so unique and so its own that you fall in love with it. Um, it's not as consistent or as clean as some other series like Ben 10 or Generator Rex, but what they lack in consistency, they bring back in just wonderful character expression and emotion that a clean series like Ben 10 and Generator Rex loses. In their faces, you can see what they're feeling. You know when they're happy and they're sad, and you can feel it. With the series that I've been stating, you really lose that. They've got kind of almost expressionless faces, and that really does take away from the experience of a animation, because you can really exaggerate it, and they do that. But not only that, they also the action sequences are so much more powerful than in Generator Rex and Ben 10. You see the punch and you go, oh yeah, ha, yeah, that was cool. In Sym-Bionic Titan, you see the punch and you can feel it like, oh, dang. Also, a thing I really liked was how they pushed the bar with this series. The first time they really did it was in, Lessons Above, where they did that booty quake thing, and I was like, holy shit, did they just do that? Did they really just have basically a strip routine on air? And you're like, oh my god. But at the same time, you can't look away because it's so well done. And then they've got these, like, straight up killing in the Escape from Galaluna. You had Lance basically kill that person. And it was just, oh my god. Then the fight scenes, again, they're really powerful. There's blood and there are guns. Like the interrogation scene in Fortress of Deception. Oh my god. And I really like that. I love when they do that, when they push the bar, where they go as far as they can with the series. And I love that. They did not try and stay safe with this series, and I love that. Another thing that was really good about it is the writing. They know where they wanted to go with this. They start, and then they finish. And had they been given the opportunity, they would have done so much better. Everything would have been explained, I'm betting. What happened with General Modula, exactly what G3 is, Lance's father, how Octus was made, the person who runs G3, who may or may not be Lance's father, as people have been speculating. It wouldn't make sense. Anyway, but yeah, it was just so well done. And, like, they would take little things and bring it forward, like Lance waking up at 2 in the morning, which is like in the second or third episode. And you're like, oh, that's a weird time to wake up, but, we've all done that. And then they take it a few episodes later where you see Lance's past, and you see that he's been doing that since he was a kid, and he has reason for it. And it's just great, It's something that happened once, something kind of minor that you might not have noticed, gets taken. And then you've got, the whole, people have been making fun of it, like, it's like the original Power Rangers with General Modula sending just random aliens to fight them. But it works. It's completely silly, and it works. It's just so perfect for this series. And then the characters, they're all defined. They started the series knowing who the characters were, knowing what they wanted to do with them, and knowing how they wanted the growth to be. And they did it. Which is really different from other series where they just kind of, they have the character, they've got a basic idea for what they want to do with the character, but they're willing to make little tweaks here and there to their personality so it fits. Or they'll use their background as a plot device, even if it doesn't make sense. A thing that always bugged me about Ben 10 and Generator Rex is sometimes it feels like the writers themselves forget things. But with this series, they didn't, you know? The main characters. Alana, I loved. I didn't think I would, okay? I did not think I would. But she is so different from the stereotypical princess. Any stereotypical princess. You've got the prissy princess, the refined princess, the spoiled brat princess, the tomboy princess. She is like maybe a small bits of those, but she is her own character. She is passionate and independent and optimistic, and she knows who she is, and she's not gonna change that. She is so like she's so grown as such a mature girl character that would have been a great person for girls to look up to. Like with Gwen, okay, yes, she seems so perfect, but this is her main flaw. She was immediately thrown into a relationship with Kevin. It was unnecessary. You didn't need it. But now because of that, her character is defined by that. Alana, on the other hand, she does not have a romantic relationship with Lance. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need that plot. She is just great on her own, and that's what I love about her. She's not looking to fit in. She's looking to be herself. She knows who she is, and she's looking to find people to accept that. And that's, I love it. She won't back down. She'll do what she has to, and that's what I love about her. Lance, again, great change on the bad boy angst character. He's not angsty because they need angst. He's angst because that's who he is. He has reason to be, and it's well done. But at the same time, as he has these little, fits and he's having his drama, he has these moments where he's just adorable, and you want to hug him, or pat his head or something. Like when he does things because he feels bad, or he feels like, you know what, I'm gonna do something nice. And that's something completely different from how they usually do that. Optus is great in the robot role. As it starts, he's, the robot, and then he becomes more human. One of the things I noticed was how when they're in Sym-Bionic Titan, you have the faces, and it was always the Optus unit face that was shown. In the last episode, when he came back, it was Newton's face. So it really just kind of showed how he had grown from a robot to an actual person, almost like the Tin Man, kind of, sort of. Tin Man was human. I'm not gonna get into it, but he really became his own. I love their relationships together. I know everyone thinks that Lance and Alana's relationship was really super romantic, but it wasn't. It was the start of them not really getting along, and then they slowly became friends, and then they became really close friends, and that's how you do a series in the Lessons of Love, where they're on a date, I saw that more of an outing as two friends. They were enjoying each other's company, they were having fun, they were joking, they were acting like kids. And I really enjoyed that. They became closer and such. And then at the same time, you had Octus getting closer to Kimmy. And that was really just the difference, was that that was a romantic relationship, but this was friendship. And that is what I loved. It was the start of not liking each other, and then slowly becoming friends, and then it would become a romantic relationship. Maybe not in the first season, but in like season 2 or something, it would be something long range. But even if they did not become a romantic thing, they still had that connection that was really deep and was reminiscent of Lance's and Alana's parents, their fathers, who were really close friends. And I was happy about that. It wasn't a romance that was shoved down your throat. It was something easy you could take in. And then their relationship with Optus, who was just like their support, their rock. But at the same time, they were willing to do anything they could for him. And it was just this wonderfully loving relationship between these three characters. Despite the fact that sometimes they didn't get along. But they did always try to understand each other, and I loved that about them. Then the minor characters, which was great, was how some that felt like they were just going to be one-shot characters, like Kimmy, became recurring characters. And she became a big part of the series, too. You really enjoy... I really enjoyed Solomon and G3, and I really want to learn more about that. I'm such a Solomon fangirl. It's kind of pathetic, but come on, I couldn't have been the only one. General Module is just a complete and total badass. He is a great villain. It kind of stinks that he's not on the planet, but he is just all kinds of evil. And I really wish they could have been able to explain more for him. Then you've got General Steel, and he's not all that great. I did not enjoy him, but he's fun to laugh at. You don't take him seriously. He's like Team Rocket of this series. You don't take him seriously. He's not evil. But yeah, this series was really great. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I was never disappointed. It had great characters, great storyline. Animation was so much fun. And it gets ruined for really no apparent reason. Okay, look. If I had been given the chance to buy Sym-Bionic Titan action figures, I would have bought them. Okay? Straight up, I would have bought them. Yeah. But it didn't give us that chance, and like so many series that they get this start, and for whatever reason they get taken off, and it's just sad. The only way, work for it, you know? If you really enjoy it, try writing fan fiction, do your fan videos, do your art. There's the Sym-Bionic Titan page on Facebook. I currently join that. But really, you just gotta keep it alive through fandom. That's what you gotta do. You can't ever forget about it. You know? You gotta... That's the way you keep it alive. You nurture it through your obsession. So... yeah, I think that's just about it. If you want me to do, I guess, I don't know, more in depth here, because I'm stopping at 15, I ask me questions. I always answer comments, so